Hello, people. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on which part of the world you're at the moment. This is Joe, your tech handyman. In today's video, we are going to show you how to set up and use a Chatgpt for research purposes. This tutorial is for absolute beginners. So if you have used ChatGPT before, this might not be your ideal tutorial. But if you have not used it or you don't know how to go around it, this is ideal for you. Of course, for people who are not so advanced users, there are a whole lot of things you can learn from this tutorial. So if you are ready, let's get started. But before then, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, like, comment, and turn on the notification so that anytime we drop our amazing content, you'll be the very first to know. Okay, guys, from the Google homepage, just type in openai.com. Then it will take you to the homepage. This is the landing page of OpenAI. This is the company that produces that built ChatGPT. So when you scroll down to this section where you have OpenAI, you will see ChatGPT just right here. Click on it. It will take you to this page. That's if you're using a laptop or a computer as I'm using. So click on try on the web to the left bottom corner. So if you already have an account, you can, if you don't have an account, you can click sign up. But if you have an account, just click login. I already have an account, so I'll click login. It will take you here. You can decide to sign in with your Google account, which is exactly what I'm doing. Click on it. It will ask you which account you want to, and you select the particular Google account. Voila, you are already inside ChatGPT. So first off, let us make some queries as it is. You can see I'm just typing in how many countries are there in Asia, Africa, and North America. So we allow ChatGPT to do its magic. So like so, you can see how quick you are able to get the result. Now, if you look at it, it explains even as of my knowledge cut off in September 2021. In Asia, there are 48 countries. You can see in Africa, 54, and in North America, there are 23 countries. It's very, in fact, it adds a bit of explanations to it to give you a better understanding of what it's talking about. So, but I'm not really impressed with this. So I'm going to ask it to tell me the total number now, because I asked it to tell me the total, but it's giving me different numbers for different continents. So I'm going to add and give me the total figure of all the countries put together. So let's see what we get. So from here, you can see it's still doing that, but then it's adding everything and telling me that Asia is 48. It's taking out the other part that I'm not interested in. It's just going straight to the point. And in the end, you can see Asia, Africa, North America, and everything is 125. That's okay by me. So I'm going to write another query, a more complex one than the former. That is, write a 3-paragraph a paragraph essay. I want to write something like that, something that is not as simple as the first one. So we will see what it will bring. So I'm doing write a 3-paragraph essay on the topic why men cheat more than women. This could be a very controversial essay topic, but let's see what comes out. I will now say ensure that each paragraph has a maximum of I think I would say is it four, a maximum of 4 or 5 paragraph sentence. Yes, a maximum of 5 sentences. Okay, let's see how the kind of, even myself, I'm curious. Let's see what it comes out with. So you can see the first paragraph, very well articulated. The second one, the third one, and even there's a conclusion. Wow. ChatGPT is magical. If you know how to use it, it's just magical. It's like driving a Ferrari. Now, if you know how to manipulate the car, it's magical. So let me see. Let me ask you to take out the conclusion, because I don't really need that, and see what it does. Whether it will be able to understand what I just said. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I think it's rewritten it and excluded the conclusion. Beautiful, beautiful. You can use this material, this article anywhere. It's tight, it's logical, it's well put together. So you notice that as you are typing, there are new chat threads to the left, so you can opt to go out of this chat thread to start a new chat thread. So everything you query, it will come under another chat thread. That is that is the new chat button. So if I search again here, it will come out in another thread. Now this is the one we have done so far under a chat thread. So but let's do another one under a new chat thread. So as we type, it will create automatically another chat new chat thread to follow. It's something else. ChatGPT is the new thing when it comes to research online and even academic research. Let's just add another more complex query to this. So you can see list out the different popular economic theories. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. You can see there's a classical economics, the Keynesian economics, the neoclassical. Again, for those of you who are economists, you can cross-check this one with what your resources somewhere else in the text. Excuse me, in the text and all of that. This is super tight, and it gets right to the meat of the matter. So you don't need to read all those voluminous books and to be able to. There you are. You have it to the left hand side. You can see another new chart there already created, popular economic theory. So any other query we do under this thread will appear here. Interesting. So it's like having themes for your research so you don't get lost. So now I'm going to ask you to provide argument against each of these economic theories. So I'm taking it away from just asking straight questions. I want to see how it reasons in this case, whether it understands, apart from just telling me and explaining things. Let's see how it critiques these development theories that it presented earlier. And so click search. So if you look closely, and I ask it to put it in a tabular form. So if you look closely, you will see that it is very well made. But if you look in there, you see HTML tags. There are HTML tags in there, and I'm not comfortable. The presentation is not clean enough. So I'm going to ask it to remove those tags in another query. But remember, the query will still come under this particular thread, popular economic theories. Okay, so let me just ask it to take out the HTML tags. So you have to know how to ask questions. I think that is the most important skill that we need to be able to interact with AI. ChatGPT is just one of them. There are a whole lot of them, but ChatGPT is by far the biggest and the if you permit me, when it comes to research and stuff like this, it is the leader. It's leading for now. So look at that. The tags are gone, and it's very nicely done on a black background, white color text. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. Then, and in the end, it will ask me, I hope this format is more readable for you. Let me know if there's anything else I can assist you with. I think ChatGPT, I'm okay with this one. It's beautiful. Trust me on that. It's beautiful. Okay, so let's go to another chat. Let's create another chat thread, a new one, and do something different. So in this new chat thread, I'm going to ask it to write. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I'm going to ask it to write a code to build a tic-tac-toe game using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. You see, we are getting more technical as we progress. The other one was just on the surface questions, but in this case, you need a bit of know-how to be able to execute. So let's see what comes out. I'm going to write a readable HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code for a tic-tac-toe game. Let's see how this will happen. Let's see. I'm curious even from where I sit. Okay, so that's it. You can see very well formatted HTML document and the CSS embedded in it. And you can see, yeah, now that's the JavaScript part. Whoa, fantastic. This is something that if you are learning programming for the first time, you take weeks to be able to write. But this thing is just it's done it in what, in a few seconds. So you can see another thread right there, tic-tac-toe code. You can see that. So what you just need to is to copy this thing, put it in your HTML. If you want to separate the files like you should do, you copy the HTML part, put it in a HTML document, do same for the CSS and the JavaScript, link them up and render them in a browser. But let me ask it to render it right here. Let's see what um, response we'll get. So I will just say render the final output. That's I'm asking it to become a web browser now, but look at that. I apologize, but as a text-based AI model, I cannot directly render HTML output. It's telling you that, hey, I cannot do this because I'm not a browser. I don't have the functionality of a browser, but of course you can copy it like I said earlier and save it in a HTML file with that extension, and voila, you'll be able to execute it real good. You do same for CSS and of course JavaScript. So then I'm going to still probe further. You may take this to be a limitation if you would, but for me it's not, because it is not programmed to function as a browser. It's not a browser. It doesn't have the functionalities of a browser. So let me just push it further. I say, but how will it look on a browser? Let's see what I get from that. So it's still telling me, apologies for the confusion. Here's a representation of how it will look. So the image is not loaded, and then, but it explains in detail how this game will look like. You can see in the browser, you see a 3x3 grid with empty cells. Each cell represents a spot where players can make their moves by clicking on them. Clean, very well explained. And like I said, for if you really want to see how this looks, just copy it, put in an HTML file, link them up, do same for the CSS, link them up, and then you'll be able to see how it looks. Brilliant. I can tell you from where I sit that is how a tic-tac-toe game is made. Now we open another thread. Let's see. I'm going to ask it to forecast, to give me an economic forecast. This has to do with futures, and I'm very sure this will not happen because it's not trained to predict the future, especially when it has to do with data that is changing every other time. Okay, but let's just see whether I'll be right on this one. Let us see what happens. So we type and present economic forecast for Nigeria using available data as at now. So you can see as an AI model, I don't have real-time data. There you go. That's what I said. It doesn't have the capability to forecast the future. So what it does is to direct you to appropriate resources like the CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria, the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank. These are institutions you can get real-time data to be able to analyze and forecast economic positions of any countries around the world. So that's, for me, flies. Then another query I'm going to add, you can see another thread in Nigeria economic forecast. To the left side, we have 4 of them now. Charts, threads, beautifully arranged, beautifully made. So I'm going to ask it to present a photo of an ancient Roman soldier in full military kit. Now, it is not meant to do a lot of photos, so it is telling me I cannot do this one. I cannot present or share photos directly. You can easily find that. And it's telling me I should research more. So like I said earlier, you can take that to be a limitation. Now, if you want to use any of this data, just copy it like so, highlight, copy, and paste it in your Word document. You can actually, if you are using a spreadsheet document, you can do same, just like so, and it's ready to fly just like that. These things, you if you want to do it without the help of AI, this ChatGPT, it will take you a lot more time and effort to dig out the resources and be able to put them together to get something anywhere close to this. So, but thanks to ChatGPT, it's beautiful what you can achieve with this.